if your pulley is wobbling like this, then that also means your belt is wobbling. So that's not good. It's going to be wear and tear on your belt. It'll put wear and tear on your other pulleys. All right, y'all, welcome back to Philly D's Garage. So today we got the Honda Accord in the building. So I'm gonna change the tensioner and the belt on this car. So let me get y'all some light real quick. So obviously we got the belt here and we got the tensioner here. So let me show you guys real quick what the new tensioner looks like. So this is the tensioner. This is what you'll be changing. You got a bolt here. I believe that's a 12. And you have a island here. I don't remember what size that is, but we will find out. And that's it. That's the only thing that's holding in your tensioner. These two bolts here, and it sits in there something similar like that. And you have your bolt here, which is where you're going to put your wrench at to relieve the tension on the serpentine belt to take it off. And I believe that's a 17. That is a 17. I know that for sure. All right, and here's the belt. I got an AC Delco belt. And this tensioner is a Continental. Here's a part number if you want it. I did notice that this is made in Canada, so it's not made in China. So I don't know if that, you know, you guys might have a preference whether it's made in China or not, but this is in Canada. So, and Continental is a good brand. It's one of the more premium brands. Now, the reason why I'm changing this is because I was hearing a noise. All right, it was a ticking noise, and honestly, I pulled the car in ready to change the timing belt. Honestly, but that wasn't the case. But stay tuned for that because I'm not too far from that interval to do the timing belt. So stay tuned for that. But then I started thinking it was the valves needed to be adjusted because you know Hondas, you can adjust the valves or whatever. But it ended up not being either one of those two. So I pulled the car in, took the belt off, and realized that it was the tensioner pulley that was making all that noise. Now, what's ironic is that even with the belt on, let me get some more light in here for y'all. You can kind of get some play out of this. The belt is still on, so I don't know if y'all can see me kind of wiggle this tensioner back and forth, but it has play in it, and it was literally making, like, I thought it was the tensioner for the timing belt initially, but it wasn't. So let's take this belt off first, and then I could show you more of that play that the pulley has. So I'm gonna try to get this belt. I already took the belt off, but I'm gonna try to get this tensioner out from the top without lifting the car up and taking the wool off. So when I took the belt off, I actually removed this PCM. So it's I think it was 2 bolts, one here and one down there. So let's just rip that off. All right, y'all, so I got a 10 millimeter and I got a super long overkill extension, but there's more to get the one down the bottom there. So we'll take this one off first. Not all the way because I don't want to drop it. You're gonna get the one on the bottom right there. Please don't drop. Don't drop. Don't drop. Don't drop. All right. We got this one. That tissue on here is from when I took it off the other day. All right. We got this one off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna get that much space, but I'm gonna get just enough to lift this computer up and basically over a little bit so I can get my arm down in there. So let me just get that up out the way. All right, so what I did was swung the PCM up as high as I could, and I got one of my little miniature straps to hold it in. Then I got my other bungee cord to hold in this man, what is this, AC line, and I got to run it over there. So now I got a little bit more space to get down in there like that. So now we can go and get to the tensioner. All right, the tensioner, which is right here. So let's take that off. We need a 17 millimeter. We'll go in Billy D's wrench drawer. All right, this is a 17 and a 19. All right, so basically what we're doing is we're going for this guy right here, and we're going to get on there just like this, and you're going to swing it back just like that. All right, so let's get in there real quick. I got my wrench on there already. Let me sit you guys down. Hopefully you guys can see. All right, so I'm gonna swing him back, and I'm gonna reach back here on the back side, reach down there to get this belt off. I'm gonna take it right off the crank pulley. Hold on. All right, hold on. I just realized that I did not use this to take that off because I didn't have enough leverage. What I had was this 17, and I believe I had this guy. Yeah, so let's go with this instead. You're gonna need a little bit more leverage. All right, so you swing this guy on there like that. Gotta get him set up real quick. All right, see, that's way better. All right, so let me sit you guys in here one more time. All right, so now I got you guys in the right spot. We're gonna swing the tensioner back. I'm gonna pull the belt off, just like that. All right, if I go to ratchet, bring the ratchet up. Now we can pull the belt off, just like that. Now, on this car, you only have 4 pulleys, because this car does not have power steering. Okay, this car has electronic steering, so you don't have the power steering sitting here like the traditional 3.5s have. All right, you're not going to have a pulley, a power steering pulley, nor are you going to have the other idler pulley. So you're only going to have 4 pulleys. So your crank pulley, your AC pulley, your alternator pulley, and then your tensioner pulley. So only 4 pulleys. So here's the belt. When I took it off, I did notice it has some small crackings, not as bad as I imagined it would be, because I've never changed this belt on this car before. But you know, if it's been a while since you changed your belt on your car, it'd be smarter to take it off and actually inspect it and, you know, bend it a little bit to see if there's cracks. Because if the belt is on a car and you're just looking, sometimes the cracks won't show up. And also you can tell how old a belt is from the outside also. It's not always just from the inside. You can tell from the outside also. Yeah, so this belt been on there ever since I had the car. So I've had this car for a while, and I know this is the same belt. So yeah, it's trash. So while you got the belt off, swing your pulleys over, swing them around, make sure there's no play in the pulleys. Got your AC at the bottom. I'm gonna swing that around. Oh shit, damn. Oh, my hand got stuck in there. All right. So now I can show you guys what this pulley was doing. I don't know if y'all can see that, but listen. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's making a little ticking noise. So just imagine this noise happening, you know, as fast as your belt is spinning. That noise is going to be really, you know, pretty loud. So that's why I thought it was the tensioner for the timing belt. All right, and it was weird because when I first heard it, and I was like, I kind of let it go. I was like, all right, it ain't no big deal. And then it got louder. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to do something about that. But it seemed like it only did it more on like cold starts in the morning. You know what I mean? And when it warmed up, you didn't hear it anymore. So that's why I really thought it was the tensioner for the timing chain, because it's a hydraulic tensioner. But then I was like, well, if it was that tensioner, it would probably make that noise all the time. So I'm gonna be honest, it had me kind of confused for a while because I didn't know what it was, and then it was intermittent. It was coming and going, you know, so I just finally pulled it in. Yeah, so that's why sometimes you guys gotta take stuff off to inspect it. This GoPro done cut off on me a couple times already, which is kind of weird. But this is definitely my issue and what's making that noise. It's this tensioner. And because I was just going to change just the pulley itself, but this you have to change this whole piece all in one piece. Like, they don't sell it separate, at least I don't think. Because I went looking for the pulley and I couldn't find it, but you do have a Torx here, and it does look like it comes out of there. So maybe you can change it, but after looking for a while, I got to the point where I was like, well, you know, if this pulley is bad and this, you know, it got everything else has the same miles and wear and tear on it, so you might as well just change the whole thing. You know what I mean? You go and change this one pulley, and then 2,000 miles later, your hydraulic tensioner here is leaking. And that's another thing. This is also hydraulic, just like the timing chain tensioner. Your serpentine belt tensioner is hydraulic also. So yeah. All right, so let's the next thing we got to do real quick is we got to get that small bolt at the bottom, which is what I was worrying about if I could get from up here, which I probably could. I just gotta reach down there with the socket. It's gonna be pretty tight. Might be able to get it from over here. Probably not. If I gotta take the tire off and go underneath, I will, but I wasn't trying to. Yeah, definitely look like I could get it from here. And then you got that the Allen wrench right there. So let me get the Allen wrench and get that set up real quick. All right, y'all, so it is a 8 millimeter Allen wrench. So as you can see, I got the Allen wrench inside of the tensioner. So now I'm gonna try to take it off, spin it out. These are on there pretty tight, so you got to be careful because you can break them. Oh yeah, so this is more than enough leverage to get that out, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to heat it up a little bit because I don't want to break that. All right, y'all, so I used my little power probe torch, and I just noticed that I put a little bit of a little mark in the cover because it was still hot. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Yep, I messed up. So yeah, you're gonna need something pretty small to get down in there, and this thing did it. All right, so that's the power probe torch. All right, so now we got this thing moving. All right, so as I can see, I'm spinning it out. Yep, she's coming out. It's kind of weird. It seems like everything is extremely tight on a Honda, but once you break it loose, it just spins right out. It's crazy. So let me finish spinning this out, and I'll be back. All right, y'all. So now we're going to take out this 12 millimeter that's at the bottom of the tensioner. So let's grab that out now. I already got the ratchet on there, as y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can really see, but you see it right down there. So now we're just gonna bust that loose. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna spin that out. All right, y'all. So I broke the that bottom 12 millimeter loose, but now I really can't swing the ratchet back and forth, because just like every other bolt, once you break it loose, it's just real easy to spin out. So, and it's not enough for me to so basically I just got to get down in there, but it's kind of hard. So I remember what I had did when I had took the belt off to check it. I released this wire harness here, and you can take this little clip off here. I don't know if you can see. You guys see that blue clip right there? You can snatch that out. So then we can swing this wire harness out the way, and I have enough space to get down to that 12 millimeter and screw it out. So some guys might be like, well, why won't you just take the tire off? Well, usually that's what I do when I'm on a lift. Any other time I do work on a Honda, but right now I just want to do it from the top. If it works, then that'll show you guys that you could do it from the top. Maybe you don't have a jack. Maybe you don't have a lift. So the only other option is to do it from the top. Maybe you in a tight situation and you really have to do it. You on the side of the road, who knows? But I just want to see, I want to do this from the top, and I'm pretty sure I can do it. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this harness here, get some light. I never have light, right? There's a clip here. All right, and you should be able to push it out like this and pull this harness. Pull the harness off. Come on. As you can see, it's coming off. There you go. So that's off right there. Now we gotta get that blue clip there. Then you come over here, Philly D's toolbox, and you grab something like this. And then we can go in here and pop that little guy out right there. Guys, it's not easy recording these videos, y'all, I'm telling you. And the light is one of them issues, I'll tell you. So you get in there, you pinch him like this.
Got one hand, y'all. Hold on. We gotta get this guy out the way. I think he went through there. There you go. So he's out of there. Of course, my light was way over there. All right, so we got the harness out like this. So now, look at that space. Look at that gap. Get gapped. So I can, now I could get down in there. Maybe I'll get another bungee cord and hold this back. So I ain't got to keep fighting with that. And get down there and screw that out with a, all I need now is a socket, because it's already loose. So let me do that. All right, so as you guys can see, I got my arm going in right here on the side and screwing out that pulley. I mean, not the pulley, the bolt. All right, so you can get in here. It's a tight spot, but you can do it. So this bolt, like I said, is really loose. So at this point, I can should be able to spin it out with my hand. All right, take this off, and I'm using my small stubby 3/8 ratchet. Not that long one I had, so got down there with this guy. So I'm gonna get back down there, pull that screw out, and get that tensioner out. All right, y'all, so after you get that 12 millimeter from the bottom, and of course your Allen bolt, you're gonna slide your tensioner out. Now I got it to this point, and I left it there just to show you guys that it will come out from the top. All you got to do is basically, because we moved the wire and PCM and all that a little bit over, gave us more than enough space to get out. This part right here is like, you know, from this pulley side to here is like the widest part, and then you just got the tensioner right here, and so that's it. Comes right from the top, just like that. All right, you have to move this AC hose a little bit more and slide right out. So that's it. That's how you get it out. You line it up with your new one. When these things are really bad, they can start leaking the hydraulic fluid that's inside of them. It'll start leaking out. I've seen them leak out. So that's one way you can inspect it and look at it to see if it's bad. But now that we got it here on the toolbox, I can show you guys exactly what it was doing. All right, so I don't know if you can y'all hear that? Yeah, this thing definitely has some play in it. It's making a little bit of noise, but the wobble, that wobble is what was really, the bearing inside is bad. So that really can throw somebody off and make you think it's a timing tensioner or your valves. So and that's not the case. It's this. So we caught that just in time, because if your pulley is wobbling like this, then that also means your belt is wobbling. So that's not good. It's going to be wear and tear on your belt. It'll put wear and tear on your other pulleys. And obviously it'll make noise. So good thing we caught that in time. So we're gonna go in with this brand new one, the same way that we came out. All right.
same exact way. So yeah, so I'm gonna throw this back on real quick, start it up, make sure everything is good. All right, y'all, so about to put the belt on. Figured I'd show you guys how to slide the belt back on real quick. So let me, and I got this my little belt tool to help me guide the belt onto the pulleys. I may or may not need it, but I don't think I used it the other day. So let me get y'all set up real quick. All right, so first we're gonna slide this belt in down onto the crank pulley. And remember, there's only 4 pulleys, so it's really not that many pulleys. Space is tight, so pretty much let it drop over the crank. I mean, if you don't have this tool, you can use a long screwdriver or anything long that can reach down there. So right now I'm just pushing the belt around the pulley. Cutting up my arm, y'all. Of course, the belt is new, so you want to fight with the belt a little bit. Almost got it around the crank. Just gotta wiggle it into place. Pretty much around the crank pulley now. I gotta get it around the AC. I'm trying not to hit this camera, so it's a little bit more difficult to do this with the camera in the way. Yep, I hit the camera. Just be prepared to have some cut up fingers and arms. Use my tool to pick up the belt.
so now we got it around the AC, the crank pulley, and the alternator. So all I gotta do now is just swing that tensioner back. I know you guys really can't see, but all right, now we want to take our 17. Of course, the socket isn't clocked right, so just turn your socket 1 tooth, and it should slide on there. And it didn't. Oh, turn it another, clock it a little bit more. All right, you guys are about to fall because my bungee cord just popped out. All right, so try to swing this back. All right, there you go. All right, so the belt is on there. Make sure it's lined up. Go to the back. It's on the crank pulley. All right, so release it. There you go.
All right, y'all, so she's running down. She sounds better. She's much smoother. So 2 things. One, you can definitely change this from the top if you need to. But if you got a lift, probably easier on the bottom. 2, if you're hearing a noise on your Serpentine system, it may be best to take the belt off and inspect it and see what's going on, because like I said, I thought I had an issue with my timing belt tensioner, and I was ready to do a timing belt. So I guess that could be more of an issue if it's a shop diagnosing same noise that I had, and they made the wrong call, and you could spend 3, 4, 5 times as much money as you should. But it's a good thing I put my own diagnostics and I diagnosed it right. But so that's how you change a belt tensioner and a belt on your 9th gen Honda Accord, and it's pretty similar to most Honda V6s for like the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. I think the only difference is that the tensioner is different. Like the older styles don't have, the older styles I believe just have, from what I can remember, they don't have a hydraulic tensioner. They just have 2 pulleys. And also on the older models of the V6, like I mentioned earlier, they don't have the power steering pump. So it's a little slight difference with the newer Hondas, but it's literally the same thing. So so yeah, if I helped you in this video, hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you on the next one.